Yeah, not a great start. And then I set a goal after that to try and finish even the rest of the round. And so I ended up finishing even after the second hole. So tough break early. And all in all, shooting 3 over to U.S. Open, feeling like I had no control. It's not bad. Really struggling ball striking and found a way to kind of grind it out on and around the greens. So a couple kind of nasty kind of lips and then a ball that got stuck in a tree where, it normally just spits it down. You hit it just short left of the green. I was kind of, after I hit the tee ball, I figured I'd just be playing for par. And so, yeah, I think, 7 back after a round. If there's any tournament where you're okay, that's the U.S. Open. But it's just too many first rounds where I'm at least 7 back after one. It's really, really frustrating.
Jordan, did that feel like a typical US Open round in the sense that you're taking a lot of punches, you're landing a few, but you're just trying to avoid the knockout blow or taking a knockout blow on a third, so you're just doing enough to keep yourself within range? Is that a strategy you have to take?
No, the goal is to go out there and try and make the best score you can make on every single hole. Obviously, when you big picture it, there's going to be punches thrown at you from the golf course at a U.S. Open, but it's in no way, shape, or form did I come out today saying I just want to hang in there. Yeah. The goal is to lead the golf tournament and continue to lead the golf tournament, and there's definitely 4 under rounds out there. I certainly played with one, but the pins were, for the most part, in I would say easier locations than they will be the next few days. A lot of ones where if you were just, in the fairway and able to just kind of hit a straight one at the hole, it actually fed to it from either side on, 6 or 7 different holes, which is unusual. They certainly were looking to have the lowest scores today, given the conditions that we have as well. But as the course firms up and the pins get thrown in other places, under par is going to be a phenomenal score. Yeah, I think I went rogue on that. Sorry.
Jordan, you mentioned setting a goal after this start. How did you study yourself?
I've through experience, I've had just about everything happen to me in the game of golf, so it's not very hard for me to reset after 2 holes of a 72-hole tournament. Certainly, I've been off to birdie starts, and I've been off to 3 over through 2 or whatever it may be. Just wanted to step up on 3 and make a nice 3, and then I finally got one in the hole with a birdie on 4, and knew that I'd had some chances as you get around the turn. So there are holes that present themselves with opportunities to make birdies out here. These Poana greens right now. On the first hole, I just didn't know if it'd take a big hop or if it'd spin back, and unfortunately guessed incorrectly and suffered from it. And then from there, they were just a lot softer than I thought they'd be. And I understand if they were firm on day one, it'd get a little out of control. But I was a bit surprised by how you had to really drive shots low when you're used to kind of being able. There's almost like on those holes where those pins are in a bowl, it was almost an advantage to be in that, not the first cut, but the next cut of rough, because then you can run it up the green. You don't have to worry about it spinning so much. I think today will be the last day that's the case, though.
Did you have a view of Patrick's hole-in-one? It looked like there was kind of a delayed reaction or something.
Well, it was kind of hazy this morning. Like I would hit a shot and I'd kind of like lean and look, try and. So in the air, it looked like it was going out or left of the pin, and if it gets any left of that hole, it goes off the green and all funnels. And I just, what I saw from it was it ended up going right down the flagstick on the tee shot, and it just kicked straight. And so when it kicked straight, it was like, this is going to be good, and then you could just hear the pin, and hands go up. It's unusual to have that with a hole-in-one at a U.S. Open. Normally the place would have been going nuts, and like at first, when it first happened, I was curious if it just hit the pin and went close because that's exciting too. But turns out it went in. So he said it's his second ever since he turned professional, maybe his third ever, which surprises me with how he attacks golf courses. So certainly pretty special. And it turned around that hole before for him, or 2 holes before, and got him off to the races. And when he's putting well, he's tough.
So I think you said yesterday that the timing and tempo was something that you've been trying to work on. And can you just explain what's either off or what you're trying to work towards?
There's a lot that's off. I'm not really sure. If I knew, I'd fix it. So I'm kind of working through it and looking forward to having, a little more time off to figure it out. I mean, yeah, I'm late and behind it, but the second I try and get back out in front of it, it's hooking. So I just standing on a tee at a U.S. Open and not exactly knowing where the ball is going to go is not a great feeling. I know you guys probably haven't experienced that before, but it's not incredibly enjoyable. But I'll grind it out. I mean, I don't ever give up. I have no reason to. I'm here, and I feel that even with not having much tee to green, I can still somehow shoot an even or under par round on this course, and that's incredible self-belief in the grind.
Jordan, you mentioned the frustration of finding yourself 7 back too often after the first round. This seems to be a tournament where the lead often moves back rather than farther away from you. Is patience your key then for the next 3 days, other than outside of the swing issues? Is there a mindset you have to adopt that's different than the one today?
Now, instead of turning to the when you're really kind of in a groove and playing well and you're leading a tournament and you're just kind of now it's I mean, I look to scenarios like Shinnecock. I mean, those guys that went off early Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, there were 2 guys that were in the first group out and shot 2 under par and were in the last group Sunday, which is a bit absurd. When you look to kind of that situation where, like I said when you first asked the question, I mean, if you're going to be pretty far back after one round, this is the best tournament to do that.
Yeah.
So you look at trying to make the cut and finding a softer golf course on a Saturday and just trying to progress the next 3 days. I mean, this tomorrow is going to be a really difficult day with the forecasted conditions, and so is Saturday. And I think those 2, if I can hold myself anywhere around where I'm at right now, I mean, I would say 3 over would likely be in the top 10 going into Sunday easily. That's where I look at it.
Thank you. Jordan, when you're working hard on your game like you are and then you play a demanding course, what do you do to get away from the mechanics and just play the golf course?
I'd love to, but if the second I try and just pick a tree and swing at it, the ball goes pretty far offline. So there still needs to be focused on the mechanics. Just trying to find the blend, trying to find the balance, trying to pick really, really tight targets where you can just try and be an athlete if something feels a little off during the swing, being able to just adjust with your hands. I'm trying to take the hands out of it, but right now it's requiring a lot of timing. And unfortunately, I told myself going into the round that I would just play draws. The only shot you have to hit a fade out here is number 8 tee. Uh-huh. And I played four fade shots today, and I played those holes 6 over. 2 tee, 1 on the second shot, and then 10 I tried and made bogey, and then 12 on the third shot. So I played them 2 doubles and 2 bogeys with the 4 swings that I played fades on. So I was right. The problem was I didn't stick with that, or I'd probably be at even par, worst case right now.
Right. Well, there's
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.